Alright, I want to show you, I'm going to be doing the antiquing solution. I usually do it outside or in my garage. I'm just on the edge of my garage here doing this now. As you can see, I have the figure, he's finished. And the antiquing solution, I keep it in this, you can buy these at Walmart. I keep it in this this container here. It's just a plastic container, like a pitcher container. And to let you see, it's a mixture of boiled linseed oil, the burnt umber oil-based paint, which you get in a tube at Hobby Lobby, and mineral spirits, in other words. And I've showed this before, but this is the figure here. It's not painted. Let me get something before we continue. There'll be some sounds out here because I am out. I use this outside. I don't bring it inside to use it. I have some. Now, most of the time, my figures I can just dip it in here, but I got an old metal brush from the dollar store that I can use. And I take my figure, basically, and I dip it in the solution. Okay. Now, because this is a bigger figure, I may have a tougher problem. I'm wearing rubber gloves now. You want to wear rubber gloves because you don't want to get the solution on your hands. It is just oil, but still, I don't like getting it on my hands anyway. It's got mineral spirits in it. Okay, I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to finish it off the places that I did not get any oil on it. And I want you to see what this does. This antiquing solution does to this figure. Okay, it got most of the figure. Now you can dip it several times. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this for the camera. You can dip it several times if you want to. I have a board outside that but I want to set this here. Now I let this solution set. Let me take this off of here. I let this solution set for about 5 minutes. And then I just sort of tap it or wipe it down a little bit. But I want you to see, kind of get the paper. I want you to see what the solution has done to that carving now. See how it darkens it? See what it does to the hands? How if you paint your figure, when you use this antiquing solution too much, then it will darken that, and then it'll be too gray. So you get the grayish look that you want, the darkened look that you want. Let me show you the back of it. And then basically I just let that dry. Now it's going to take a while to dry. That's what it's going to do. And then I'm going to spray it with some Def. But I wanted to show you what the antiquing solution does to the figure. That's why whenever I paint them, I don't paint them real dark, because the antiquing solution actually darkens your figure for you in a very special way. You see that the real bright flesh tones are now it sort of smooths the colors out on the piece itself and gives it that. Now you might have a little drip off and stuff, so you want to just kind of get that done. That's why in 5 minutes or more I come back and I kind of wipe off the little excess that's maybe leaking or something like that. And I leave it on this board and I let it come to a drying period where it dries off. But you can see now how much grayer the uniform is, the hat is, a much more difference in the boots. It sort of blends the colors is what I'm trying to say. That's why a lot of times when I paint, you don't see a lot of dark colors and things like that. Plus, not only that, it has a tendency for the wood to show through, the grains to show through and things like that. And that's why I like using an antiquing solution. And this is what happens whenever you put it on there, in other words. It gives it that look to it. Now, you want to wear rubber gloves for sure, because you don't want that oil in your skin. I don't want anything soaking in my skin. I work in enough areas in the chemical plant where I don't need anything soaking in my skin anymore. But as you can see now, it has turned into an entirely different, darker figure. And that's what I like about the antiquing solution. So on my blog, flatplanecarver.com, it shows you all the things that you need, how to mix it and everything like that, in other words. It shows you, I got a little not visual, but written demonstration of how you mix it up. And a lot of people take an old blender or something and mix it up like that, but it will usually turn out to look something like this here, like a just a dark, and I store it in this picture, and then I store it in my garage. I do not store it near any flames or anything like that. You don't want to do anything like that. Now, after you use these rags, okay, be sure, I usually wet these rags and put them in the trash, but I want to wet them first because boiled linseed oil is highly flammable. Now, the carving is not flammable after it's been dipped and stuff. It doesn't have anything to do with it. But once it dries, the oil dries, it's not that way. But these pieces of paper, or these Kleenex or whatever, not Kleenex, paper towels, are flammable if they get heated up too much. So I always wet them, and then I throw them in the trash, or throw them in a bucket or something like that. And on trash day, I put it in the trash, and so they don't flame up. But I mean, it takes a lot of heat to flame them up, but still, you don't want your garbage can to catch on fire. I would put these in a garbage can or a bucket outside in water, and then throw them away when the trash comes or whatever. So anyway, this is our see, as it's starting to dry now, but you see, you get that darkened color to it, and that's why I don't. A lot of times you see my figures and say, well, he didn't paint it enough. But when you put that antiquing solution, it just darkens the wood, it darkens what you want, and that's why I like using it. Okay, God bless you now. Thank you, and we'll go.